All right, hey, so if you got your Bibles, go ahead, open up to Ephesians chapter 4. We're going to continue our study together tonight of the power of one. We're looking at unity and the things that we have in common, the things that can draw us closer. If you don't have a Bible, grab your phone, pull up the Bible app. Everybody, let's look at this together. Okay, Ephesians chapter 4. Will somebody read verses 1 through 5 for me? Real loud. Let me get somebody else, okay? Mr. Joshua, will you read it?
Therefore, a prisoner for the Lord, urge you to walk in a manner worthy of calling to which you have called, with all humility and gentleness, with patience bearing with one another in love. Encouraged to maintain the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. There is one body and one Spirit, just as you were called to one hope that belongs to your call. One Lord, one faith, one baptism, one...
That's good. All right, thank you. So let's recap. Anybody remember what we've talked about the past couple of weeks?
Hope.
What?
Hope.
Okay, one hope and how that unifies us. What else?
Faith.
That's tonight, yes.
Unity.
Okay, unity as a whole. Raymond?
One Lord.
One Lord, yes.
The body.
Okay, yeah, one body. What else?
A prisoner for the Lord.
Yeah, being a prisoner of the Lord. And what else the same week?
Right, was the calling, walk in the manner worthy of the calling which you.
Yeah, so unity is a worthy calling for us to work and to walk in. What else? Our heart posture, the way that unity happens, the position our heart must be in. We also talked about one Spirit. So tonight, we get to talk about this big word, faith. We're all on a faith journey together. We're on the road of faith. You've heard that word, many of you, all your life. A lot of you have grown up in the church. Maybe you haven't grown up in the church, and you're new to this word faith. And we throw it around like it's some word that you're supposed to understand what it means, right? It's like, hey, you should have faith. What is faith? Ooh. I had to stop and be like, I don't know, what is faith, okay?
Believing in something that is hard to believe in.
Okay, believing in something that's hard to believe in. So faith is believing in Santa Claus.
Not.
Okay, all right. See, you see the trickiness of it, though. It's kind of like trying to describe coffee, the smell of coffee. All right, what's faith?
Believing in something that you believe in, even if other people don't believe in it.
Okay, so faith is believing in Santa Claus.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Jackson? You see the struggle here, right? We throw around this word faith, and it's like, what does it even mean? Okay?
Believing in something you know is there, but you can't see it.
Okay.
Santa Claus.
No? Notice what he said different. Faith is what?
Believing in something you know is there, but not
Okay, believing in something you know is there, but not seeing it. So it's like if I was on the other side of the wall, you would have faith that I was there. Though I couldn't see me. Maybe. All right, what else? I got a few more hands raised. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I don't know if this is cheating, but I looked it up.
Ooh,
It says,
weird technology.
And it says complete trust or confidence in someone or something.
Okay, complete trust or confidence in someone or something. Okay, one more.
Something you believe in, sometimes you can't see it, sometimes you can, and sometimes maybe it's just all in your head.
Okay, so that's about 4 different wide definitions of maybe what it might be and might not be. So you understand the problem here, right? What is faith? Oh, what did you say, Stone? Go ahead. Stone, read it real loud. Read it for everybody.
Now, faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen.
Whoa, did you know the Bible defines faith for us? That's awesome. Thank you, Stone. So, okay, now here's the question. You now know the Bible's definition. Now, faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. What does that mean? Anybody want to take any stabs? Because I need some help. Because that's kind of confusing, right? All right, go ahead.
Well, so faith, it means kind of that you believe in something, but sometimes you can't see it.
Okay, so it's assurance of things hoped for, things you can't see. All right. Or assurance of, yeah, they kind of go hand in hand, right? Go ahead.
And
Okay, all right, cool. Yes, all right. One more. Go ahead.
Something you believe in but has not happened and you cannot see it, like the day when we'll be caught up in heaven, we can't see it, or do we have proof that it will be there, but we know it will be there because
So you have faith in Jesus.
we have faith.
You have faith in Jesus?
Yes.
The definition you just gave me said you can't. All right, so I'm helping you think because you said it's something that hasn't happened yet. See, I'm helping you try to think critically here, right? Try to think critically about what faith is. Anybody remember how Derek defined faith Sunday morning? Did you know? This is not hand in hand, but he actually defined faith Sunday morning.
Willingness to act without thought or consequence.
Yeah, okay, so this is how I wrote it down. You might have it better than me. But he said that faith is the willingness to act without thought. What? Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. Thank you for helping me move along. Okay, faith is the willingness to act, to do something, to put a little motivation, a little action behind what you're doing, without thought about what might happen. Anybody remember how he illustrated this? It's an awesome story. What?
I ain't got that one.
Yeah, it's on there.
Oh.
If you want to check that much.
Yes. And it's one I brought up last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody else want to take a guess? Other than the cheaters in the back?
You never said.
I thought using your resources.
Yeah, it is. Open note test here. Okay, I'm going to give you a chance. This dude was an apostle.
Peter.
Yes. And he did something really big in faith.
That was not common.
Who was it? Oh, thank you. All right, what did he do that was really big in faith? Like, whoa.
He walked on water.
He walked on water, yeah. Okay, so how does Peter have faith in this moment? Anybody ever been fishing before, out on a boat? Did you ever think, man, I'm going to walk out on that water? Anybody ever thought that before? No. But what did Peter do? Right? What did Peter do? He had faith to walk towards Jesus without thought of consequence or appearance, right? So if me and Dylan are out on the water and we're fishing together and Dylan says, hey, I'm going to walk to land, I'm going to be like, dude, you're crazy, right? You have an appearance of being crazy. Okay, so that is one way what faith is. Let's illustrate it in another way.
I mean, I thought about walking on water on a fishing trip like 5 years ago.
It worked. He didn't attempt.
All right, this is the definition I want to give you. Listen, all right, bring it back together. This is the definition I want you to write down, to stick in your head of what faith is. Faith is fully trusting in the one we cannot see to lead us into what He has promised us to be. All right, so that's about individually, collectively as a church, about our home in heaven, about who Jesus is, and about what He can do in our life. Faith is fully trusting in the one we cannot see to lead us into what He has promised us to be. Okay, I need some help. Sorry, y'all always volunteer. I gotta have somebody that doesn't. Thank you for your willingness to help, though. Connor, your dad's telling me to pick on you. All right, Connor, this is what's going to happen here. Is I want you to come here and tie this around your head. Yeah, where you can't see. We're going to test it. Real tight. Yeah, don't do that. Real tight. Okay. I can't see, I don't think. All right. Okay. Can you see? Okay. All right. This is what's going to happen. Let's turn this way. Back this way. Let's turn this way. Oh, you're so close. Right there. You know where you're at?
Facing your back corner.
All right, this is what's going to happen. You're going to listen to my voice, okay?
Okay.
And I'm going to give you instructions, and we're gonna go somewhere, okay? You trust me. All right. Okay. Take 3 steps forward.
You sound very confident there, Connor.
Bigger steps. I thought you trusted me. Okay. Well, watch out. There's a. Okay. Sometimes there's gonna be obstacles in the way, so you're gonna have to really be listening to stop so you don't hit anything. Okay. Turn halfway to your left. Okay. All right. Take half a step forward. What? Okay, that's enough. All right. Turn a little bit more to your left. All right. Take 4 steps forward. Dude, you're like. Whoa. Little to the right. Little to the right. Okay. 2 steps forward. All right. Whoa, that's good. All right. Turn all the way around. 360. All right. Yeah. Okay. That was more than 360. Okay. 2 steps forward. One more step forward. Okay. Turn all the way to the left. No, back to your right. A little bit more right there, okay? One big step forward. All right, turn to your right. A little bit more. Okay, take a step to your left. Right there. Whoa. Okay, take a little to the right. Turn a little to the right. Yep, okay, take 1 step forward. One more step. Half a step. Okay. Now I want you to turn a little bit to your left. All right. No, back. Right there. Okay. Half a step to your right. A little bit more. Okay. This is what I want you to do. Is I want you to sit down.
Oh.
Okay. You take the blindfold. Okay. So you trusted me the entire time, right? You did a great job. Thank you for volunteering. Everybody give it up for Connor. Okay. Tell me about your experience.
I got a little points started for my son.
Okay. Sometimes you think you might run into something. Was it difficult to maybe wish you could take the blindfold off and see where you're at? Yeah. So you can go back to your seat unless you want to stay here with me. So you this is what I'm surprised by is you didn't even try to reach below you. You just went straight for it, man. I could have moved the chair and you'd have been on the floor. Right? Okay, so here's the point. Faith involves us listening to someone that we cannot see, but so much so that we have full belief, full conviction and assurance that what He has said, what has God told us, right? That we're part of His family, that we're one body, that we have hope, right? We have one Lord, one faith. That those things are true. That we'll follow Him wherever. So that's what faith is. Make sense? Got it? Got it memorized? Locked down? Okay. Faith is fully trusting the one we cannot see to lead us into what He has promised us to be. So now the question, as we shift gears a little bit, is what does faith require of us? All right, this verse, don't want to overlook it. How do we gain faith? How do we gain more faith? Romans 10, verse 17. So faith comes from hearing, and hearing through the word of Christ, through Christ's teachings, but also through the entire Bible, the entire revelation of God. That's how we gain faith. That's how we come to trust God more. So what does faith require? Anybody want to take a stab at this? What does faith require?
What do you mean, what type of faith?
Nope.
Faith in Jesus?
Yeah, like Christian faith.
It calls us to follow Him.
Okay, so commitment, maybe. Savannah? Trust, yes. Time, yeah. Yes, ma'am. Belief, yeah. So y'all are using belief as a word to describe faith a lot. That's good because the Greek word for faith is actually belief. So just let you know. Here you go. Learn Greek. Pistos. I told Jacob earlier it's my favorite Greek word. Pistos. Okay, so I want to share with you some things that faith requires, but I want us to go to one spot so we can do that. Turn to Hebrews chapter 11. Hebrews chapter 11. That's where we're going to spend the rest of our time together. We're going to have to do this quick. Look at verse 6 with me. Hebrews 11, verse 6. And without faith it is impossible to please Him, for whoever would draw near to God must believe that He exists and that He rewards those who seek Him. Faith requires trust. Joshua, can I talk about you, about our conversation earlier? Is that okay? So Joshua came up to me earlier and he said, "Hey Ben, I know that." How exactly did you word the question? Basically, like, where did God come from? Yeah, it's like, where did God come from? I was like, dude, I wish I could tell you, because I told Joshua, we only know about God what He has revealed to us in the Bible from history. We only know about God in history. We don't know about God before. He simply describes Himself as I am. Faith requires trusting that God exists. If we want to please God, we have to trust that He exists. Right? And it's not just a blind faith. It's not just a blind trust, like, I believe it. There is evidence, right? We could look at things within Scripture, but also outside of Scripture. Cosmological, teleological, different things. Causes of why God exists. Okay? Faith requires trust. Second thing I want to share with you is risk. Faith requires risk. What does that mean? What about Peter? What risk did Peter take whenever he had faith in Jesus? Well, what could have happened whenever he walked on the water? And what actually did happen? Yeah, he could have sank, right? It requires risk. Look at this with me. Verse 7 in Hebrews 11. By faith, Noah, being warned by God concerning events as yet unseen, in reverent fear constructed an ark for saving of his household. By this he condemned the world and became an heir of righteousness that comes by faith. What was the risk that Noah took? There's two risks. What risk did Noah take by listening to God?
Drowning in the flood.
Okay, that's the risk he took if he did not listen to God, right? I don't listen to God. All right, and yes, persecution is the risk that he would take by listening to God. Can you imagine if you had never seen rain before, never flooded, and this dude all of a sudden is building this massive ship? That's what it is. Like, dude, you're silly, right? What is faith? That it is willingness to act without thought of consequence or appearance. Okay, faith requires risk. This is a big one. Faith requires sacrifice. Hebrews 11, verse 4, by faith Abel offered to God a more acceptable sacrifice. So actually a sacrifice of something that he had. Some of you are working right now, and you're earning a little bit of money. Question is Sunday comes around, you have a chance to give back to God what He's given to you. You sacrifice in faith to Him, because the Lord loves the generous giver. And it's not that God needs our money. He wants to see our faith. We could look at 1 Corinthians 9, and we could see that very thing, that it's not about how much money you give, it's about your faith, how much you're willing to sacrifice for God. We go on down to verses 8 through 12 and we start talking about Abraham. What was Abraham asked to sacrifice? His son Isaac, right? Question tonight for us as we think about faith and what unifies us is, what are we sacrificing? Have you sacrificed something for your faith? Have you sacrificed something for your faith? Have I sacrificed something for my faith? I'll be honest, in America, sometimes we take this for granted. We don't sacrifice a whole lot for our faith. But if we have faith, it's going to require some sort of sacrifice. We've got to answer that. What have we sacrificed for God? Okay, this one's interesting. Faith requires exile. What does exile mean? Yes, sir.
Like sent out and separated.
Okay, yeah, sent out and separated. Can you think of anybody that was exiled in the Bible? Okay, yeah, John. Who else?
People who had leprosy.
Yep. There's just one really large group in the Old Testament.
The Israelites.
Yeah, the Israelites. Hey, I heard you. Israelites, right? So the Israelites were exiled. Look at this with me. Hebrews 11, 13 through 16. These all died in faith, not having received the things promised, but have seen them and greeted them from afar, and having acknowledged that they were strangers and exiles on earth. So in Hebrews 11, 13 through 16, where are you in exile to? Nope, other way around. Earth. As a Christian, get this. This is not our home. That makes sense? We have to understand, if we have faith in God, that this is not our home. So whatever we go through, whatever we happen in life, whatever we walk through, whatever life throws our way, we have to keep reminding ourselves that this is not our home. We're exiles. We're simply waiting a better place, awaiting the promise of God. So that will get us through a whole lot of things. Okay, just a few more. Focus. Faith requires focus. How does faith require focus? What do you think? Jackson, what do you think?
We have to keep, stay on track. Part is by meaning.
All right, if you want to win a soccer game, what do you got to do? You got to work hard, obviously. But can you, like, halfway through, like,
Stop.
you know, like you're going to kick the soccer ball and just be like, no. You know, you're going to kick the ball? And no, you're going to probably miss it if you're like, no. Oh, wow, bird, squirrel. Right? You got to remain focused on the ball, right? All right? Jay, you play defense or offense? You play both ways because you're a stud. Offense. All right. So Jay, wide receiver, I'm assuming. Yeah, got height on you. So Jay, you're running. Ball's coming at you. You're like, oh man, it's about to be a touchdown. You're like, oh man, I wonder where I'm going to go, or where I'm going to run after I catch this ball. And you look back for the ball. What have you done? You dropped it, right? Because you took your eyes. You lost your focus. This can happen with everything in your life, right? But how does faith require focus? Has anybody read the Bible verse that's on the wall in there?
No.
No? Who said no? All right. I want you to read it before the night's over. Okay, I'm going to read it for you. Hebrews chapter 12. Hebrews 12, 1 through 2. Thank you for your honesty. Okay. Therefore, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and sin which clings so closely, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us. Look at this. Looking to Jesus, the founder and perfecter of our faith. If we want to have true faith, who do we have to focus on? Jesus. Why? Why do we have to focus on Jesus? He's the founder and the what? Perfecter. He completed our faith. Without Jesus, we talked about one Lord last week, our faith is nothing. Think about it. Jesus came to this world. He claimed that he was the Son of God and that he lived a perfect life and that he suffered, and he suffered on the cross, and he was buried, but he never rose. Would you have a faith? No, because what did Jesus claim? That he was the Son of God and who had overcome death. Man, we've got to focus on Jesus because of his life. His life teaches us how to have a perfect faith. His life teaches us how to trust in God more. Can anyone sacrifice more than Jesus has?
No.
No, you can't. So let's focus on him. Okay, so how does faith have the power to unify us? This is where we're going to wrap up before we go to our discussion groups. How does faith unify us? Simply put, having one faith unifies us in one faith. Having one faith unifies us in one faith. I did a little research, and there is estimated 4,300 world religions. That's a lot of religions, isn't it? And the majority of those are polytheistic. You know what that means? Yeah, many gods. So if you have many religions and many gods, how many faiths do you have? Many faiths, right? So we have one faith under one God, under one Lord, with one hope, with one mission, with one purpose. You see how that can unify us? Because I'm not wondering, hey, I wonder what God Sam is praying to today. I wonder what hope Sam has today. I wonder who Sam is putting her faith in today. I don't have to wonder about that because it's Jesus. It's God, Yahweh, the Father up above. See how that unifies us? You don't have to wonder about who you're worshiping today. I know. All right? That's pretty cool, right? Second thing, one faith unifies our mind. How does one faith unify your mind? How could it? Let's hear from somebody else, okay? This group. I put it on deodorant, don't worry. Okay, you're all avoiding eye contact. Is this a teacher thing? Do y'all get this a lot? Okay. All right, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Caitlin. Oh, got you. Close your eyes, that's fine. Just being honest with you. How does one faith unify our mind? Okay. Okay. Awesome. Good job. So we look and we think about our mind, right? I wonder, what am I supposed to focus on, and the motivation that I'm supposed to have as a Christian. And I understand that I'm going to take risks, and that I'm going to be in exile, that I'm going to be required to sacrifice things, right? That unifies our mind. Because I understand that you're willing to buy in just as much as I am. That makes sense? If you're working on a project together, anybody love group projects? Oh, don't we? Okay, man, y'all haven't had group projects where you've been burnt before. Okay, group projects, I hate them, because what ends up happening in a group project? One person does all the work. One person. What? Okay, so what happens whenever we share faith? One person doesn't do the work. We understand that we all are bought in and that we're all going to do the work. We have one mind together. That's pretty cool. Because we understand that, hey, Raymond, we come from different backgrounds, we have different life stories, but you have one faith, you believe in the same Lord, I believe in the same Lord, and we're going to work together, right? Because we went and pulled weeds in a flower bed, and man, we both worked hard, didn't we? We did it together. That's one faith. That's the power of one faith to unify us. Okay, last thing. One faith unifies our mission. What is your mission in life? Okay, getting to heaven. I want to challenge you to broaden it. Getting to heaven is a great goal.
Being something much larger than ourselves.
Put them together. What's larger than yourself?
Others.
Others?
Bring them.
Okay. The Bible is a beautiful redemption story from the very beginning. You see Jesus in Genesis chapter 3. From the very beginning, all the way in Revelation. It's a beautiful redemptive story that's a mission of God pursuing His people. Now we're living in a day and an age, in a time where we can have one faith and we can have mission to complete God's mission until He comes again. Right? Do you believe and have faith that that Christ is coming back again?
Yes.
Do you have faith that those who have not put their trust, that have not clothed themselves with Jesus, will not go to heaven?
Yes.
I have faith that that's true because God has said that. I have faith that those who do clothe themselves with Jesus will go to heaven. We have a responsibility because of our faith to pursue people that are unchurched, that are not Christians, so that they can go to heaven with us. So what's our mission in life? We have one together. And that's to bring glory to God, to tell people about Jesus Christ, that He is the hope for their sins, for salvation. So that's how faith unifies our mission. So that's our lesson. At this time, we're going to go into discussion groups so we can talk about this a little bit more. I'm going to have adults be in that back corner. Girls, where were y'all last week? Were y'all back there? Okay, guys, you're going back there. Girls, you're going to be up here.